Okay, so we just looked at what an architect does to the outside of a building. Now we're going to talk about the inside, because the inside space is where the church or the museum or the school is going to need to design with him. So they need to know what's going to go in that space. If it's a school, they need to know that there are going to be classrooms for children to sit in, right? Like you all do. If it's going to be a church, it needs to be a place where service can go on and an audience can listen. So every space needs to be, you need to be thinking about the audience you're going to be addressing. So when we're talking about an art museum, what are we talking about?
Place to show art.
Place to show art. We're talking about art. So up on the board, you will see we have 3 objects up there. And we'd like you to look at them. I'd like you to look at them and think about one of those objects that you would like to design your space around. So the first object is, how many people went to the LA Coliseum Museum, Natural History Museum, and saw the mummy exhibit at the Natural History Museum? How many people went to the Bowers and saw something like that at the Bowers? Okay, so you have a kind of idea. So you know that a mummy case is not this big, is it? Very large. And then we have a reproduction of a painting, a very famous painting. And below that, we have a surfboard.
I want to say something about that.
And we will
I'm
actually
going to bring a device that
there
is
will
not
be.
a surfboard. I think it's a Raman surf. It doesn't matter. It's going to be a physical, actually large object. So it has to
Okay,
be
so
higher
yes.
than just,
And these will be larger, but we're going to talk about that once we get finished.
That's what they have.
Once we get finished, okay. So you need to think about these 3 things and think about how you would design a space for just one of them. So take a look right now and choose the object you would like. We have 3 objects up there. And we'd like you to look at them. I'd like you to look at them and think about one of those objects that you would like to design your space around. So the first object is, how many people went to the LA Coliseum Museum, Natural History Museum, and saw the mummy exhibit at the Natural History Museum? How many people went to the Bowers and saw something like that at the Bowers? Okay, so you have a kind of idea. So you know that a mummy case is not this big, is it? Very large. And then we have a reproduction of a painting, a very famous painting. And below that we have a surfboard.
I'm going to say something about that.
And we will
I'm
actually
going to bring a device that is
There
not
will
a
be.
surfboard. I think it's a Raman surf. It doesn't matter. It's going to be a physical, actually large object. So it has to be
Okay,
more
so
higher
yes.
than just.
And these will be larger, but we're going to talk about that once we
Right,
get
but
finished.
just so they have that.
Once we get finished, okay. So you need to think about these 3 things and think about how you would design a space for just one of them. So take a look right now and choose the object you would like. And in front of you is a piece of paper. Now, if you're going to design a space, you need to think about the shape that the space is going to be in. So I kind of did a space, and I made my space what kind of a shape? A rectangle. Okay, do you need to make your space a rectangle? No. What could you make your space? What shape could it be? A circle. Could be a circle.
Oval.
Could be an oval. Could be a square. Okay, so think about the right kind of shape for the space you want your object to be in, and draw that on your paper right now. I filled up most of my paper with my shape. So don't choose something teeny. Try and do something big that fills up the whole paper. Where you want it to be, where are you going to put your object? Is it going to be hanging on a wall? Is it going to be, and which wall? Is it going to be in the center of the room? Is it going to be against a wall? Think about where you want to put your object and make some marks that would indicate where that object is. And also, it might need a pedestal. We all know what a pedestal is, something for it to stand on. The picture, even sometimes pictures stand on a pedestal. Also, have you been to museums where the object was really precious and there was rope that went around the object? That's called a stanchion. Do you need a stanchion around your object? I chose to put one around mine, but you don't necessarily need to have a stanchion around your object. So think about that when you're designing it. Where is it going to be? Do you need something for it to be on? Do you need something to protect it? Because remember, who goes into the art museum?
Children.
It's open and there are lots of people. So if it's really precious, you need to make sure that it's safe. Also, think about lighting. Do you need a window? Do you need several windows? Do you need lighting? And if you need lighting, where is it going to go? And I forgot to mention this, it should have been the second thing you did. Where is the door? Where is the door? That should have been the second thing I said. You need an entrance and an exit. So think about that when you're drawing. I'm giving you a lot to think about, but it looks like you're working quickly. That's
You know,
good.
you're talking about lighting, you can say, lighting, why, how come there are no windows in museums? Have you noticed that?
Oh, good
Most
point.
of the time there are not, obviously.
Yeah, because we even have lighting in this room to help you do your work.
Should we make a light bulb or turn the bulb?
I made a little circle with like rays coming out of it, like you would, like a first grader would make the sun. That's what I did. Okay, now I'm thinking about who's going to be looking at your object and the people that are going to be coming in to look at your object. Do you need some kind of seating for that object? I mean, sometimes people like to sit down and really look at the object for a while, or maybe there's something to read on the walls and they want to sit down and read it. Do you need a bench? You may not need a bench. Think about what you might need. And where will it go to best benefit the audience that's going to be coming into the room? Okay, and then think about the flooring. Is this just going to be like our floor here, which is kind of like linoleum? Not too exciting. Is it going to be wood? Would that be more appropriate for your object?
Actually, why is
I
that?
chose to make brick on mine, so that, because I wanted to feel like you were really in an Egyptian tomb, so I put down brick on the floor. Okay, so think about all of those things. On your table, you've already made use of your pencils, and you have colored pencils. You have, what do we call those?
Craft sticks.
Craft sticks, thank you. We have craft sticks, we have glue sticks, so you can actually place some things that you want, or you can use them for your object.
It's just to show like different types of it's to show different types of museums.
And always keep in mind, who are you designing this room for? You are the architect. Architects, remember, design things specifically. So you have to design something specifically.
They're not related to the action.
How am I doing?
Great. You're at like 10 minutes, 15 minutes? 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay, that's good.